Welcome to Myler's Mods, ladies and gentlemen. This video is a little bit different. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of people online talking about Milsim blasters and how they're a detriment to the hobby. Well, I have several blasters, all different types. I have Milsim and non-Milsim blasters. First of all, let me start off by explaining what a Milsim blaster is. A Milsim blaster is anything that is a real shape or looks real. Milsim stands for military simulation, to be specific. I mean, the Dark Zone products, the Nexus, Eon, Striker, MK 1.1, MK2, even the two new Dark Zone blasters, the MK 2.1 and the MK 1.2. Those are both Milsim style blasters. And of course, these are some non Milsim blasters, like the Fortnite BASR, X Shot Clear Orbit, the String Shot from FFW, and the Worker Nightingale. Those are all non-Milsim blasters because they don't really possess any real shape, and you could tell a mile away that they're a toy. That's what a non-Milsim blaster is. Milsim blasters are these guys over here. Like the Fire Rat, the MK2, stuff like that. The Milsig. But my whole concern is this. This community is small enough, and we always do need fresh influence and new people because, well, new people are always fun to have and to play against. So that's great. You ask, what does this have to do with the current topic matter? Well, like my group here in Michigan that we play with, we're allowed to use Milsim blasters. We're allowed to use these type of blasters too if we truly want to. You're allowed to use whatever you feel like because, again, it's your money. That's it. You can buy whatever you want, it's your cash. But my concern is, and hear me out, this community is small enough as is, and instead of upsetting people and getting them to leave the community by saying, oh, well, you have a Milsim blaster, you can't show it in this group, or, you can't bring it to our events, or whatever. All that's going to do is that's just going to alienate people. I mean, trust me, you don't want to alienate new members to the community because then they're just going to look at it and say, I don't want to come back to this community. I mean, look, I went to buy a blaster that looked like some of the stuff I played with when I was a child. And now all of a sudden people are saying, oh no, you can't have this. Some groups allow Milsim style blasters, some don't. It all depends on the group at hand. If you're playing in a public park, obviously be safe. That's number one rule. Be safe. If you're playing on private property, who cares what you bring? Because nobody's going to call the cops on you if you're in private property, as long as you got permission from the landowner or whatever. But if you're in a public park, I could definitely see using these guys here, or something like that. Every group is different. Every group has their own rules and set guidelines for their events. Some groups say you can only use blasters that shoot under 150 FPS. Some groups like mine say you can shoot stuff that goes as high as it can go. If you've got a 500 FPS drain blaster, guess what? You can bring it. And it's allowed. You know, but that's that. You don't want to sit there and alienate new people to the community. Because what's going to happen is that these people who buy these blasters, the Milsim blasters, like they had when they were a kid, because when I was a kid, I'll be honest with you, I owned all kinds of realistic toy guns. Had a whole bunch of them. I know I did. And but people my age that are in this community, they may want to buy stuff like this because it reminds them of their childhood. That's it. But if you sit there and you say to somebody, you can't show this blaster in a group or you can't bring it to my event because it looks like this, that's just going to alienate people. You don't want to do that. Because who knows? One of these people that may have one of these blasters, they may be the next Captain Slug or somebody like that, or the next Conrad Singh, or the next Uncle Hang, or somebody like that, or even the next Drac. Who knows? You don't want to alienate people. And that's my big fear of what you people are doing now is when you are seeing a Milsim blaster being posted in groups and you're just jumping on them, you can't have this, you can't use this, you can't show this, blah, blah, blah. All that's going to do is just upset people. And they're going to say, no, no, thank you. I don't want to be part of your community and leave, not ever come back. Do you really want that, or do you want a bunch of new players? Granted, yes, you should play responsibly. Absolutely. I'll be the first to admit that. But it also comes down to personal choice. You should be allowed to buy whatever you want without fear of, repercussions from the local NIC Karen, you know, and the rest of the community. You should be allowed to buy what you want, purchase what you want. It's your money after all. You can do with as you wish. If you want to buy blasters like the non-Milsim blasters or something like that, go right ahead. It's your cash. Who cares? If you want to buy these guys, go ahead. It's your cash. Who cares? But my point is, don't alienate people. You want these people in the community. You want them to interact with the community. Community is small enough as is. I'd like to see the community triple and quadruple in size. I think if we allow Milsim blasters to be posted, looked at, things like that, you know, and you have a constructive discussion, not a straight up, oh no, you can't use that, you're going to get shot discussion, or something along those lines, you'll actually be welcoming more people into the community instead of having them just run for the exits. But this is my thoughts on Milsim versus non-Milsim play. In any event, until next time, this is Miller's Modge signing off.